So welcome back guys. This is my second video and here we'll be talking about cookies. So thank you that you guys watched the first video and really excited to learn about cookies. So to start with, we have I've listed down four of these things and we'll go through each of these subtopics which help us understand what cookies are, and it'll give you a basic idea for understanding what cookies in depth is. So cookies are nothing but these are basically HTTP headers that we send with every request that we send to the browser. Browser send to the server, right? Server also send us a header that is called a set cookie header. So cookie header, the name changes in request header as well as response header. So if you were to see here, request headers, right, that we send to the server as a part of the HTTP request. So that is called the header name is called cookie. Now just to keep in mind, this is also this is sent with every request that we send to the browser, to the server okay. Now when server send the cookie back, server also has a capability to ask the browser to set the cookie on server behalf, and that's when server send this header called set cookie as a part of the response header. So cookies that we have completely understood till now, that cookies are nothing but just a HTTP header that we send with every request to the server, and server can also send us the set cookie header which browser will read and set a cookie on for that domain. Now let's understand how we can create cookies. So we have this document.cookie API which will allow us to set cookies through client side code. So here I can set Mayank2 and then I can set some value. Once I do that, my document.cookie will override, and here I'll have Mayank2 and the cookie is set. So now there are different attributes about these cookies. We will talk about each of them in detail throughout this video. But let's understand, for first way we have learned that cookies can be set through the client side. Now how can we set the cookies from server as well? So I've just put together a small server here for the demonstration purpose. So it's a simple Node and Express server. Now here if you see, if you see, I'm just doing nothing. I'm just setting a header called set cookie, and I'm setting the value as Mayank is equal to 1. If I were to change this value as Mayank, it is equal to 7, right? And then if I make the request to this, so let's check the network tag also. Let's clear out everything. Now if I were to reload this, so let's inspect this, right? Here as part of, let's first check the request headers, correct? So if I check the request header, here you see cookie. So it is already sending the two cookies that the browser already had, Mayank is equal to 1 and the Mayank2. Then we also got the set cookie from server, that is Mayank is equal to 1. Okay, I had to restart my server, so that changes in effect. So let's restart it and then do it again. So now if we check the same cookies that we were sending initially, so those will go Mayank2, and we have got a set cookie header from server as well called Mayank is equal to 7. Now if we were to check this here, the Mayank value would have changed to 7, right? So cookies can be set from a client side code as well as server side code. So we have understood now what cookies are. So there's this thing called cookies attribute. So cookies attribute are nothing but it's a way to restrict cookies to domain, path, and if you want to expire your cookies, you can set the max age. Then your this thing called as secure cookies, HTTP only cookies, same site cookies. So we'll learn all about them in detail. So till this part we are good, right? Now let's focus on cookies attribute. So this is simple cookies, right? I am able to set the cookies through client side as well as server side. Now if I were to set some cookies that I do not want my browser to access and only server can access, so for that we can use an attribute called HTTP only. So let's say here, let's say here if you check, right, currently if you check document.cookie, so it will list all of the cookies that browser currently has, correct? Now if I were to set one more cookie here called server only, right, I'll have to set a HTTP only flag with it. That's all. This is what you need, HTTP only. Now if you just restart your server and send a request again to the server, here we can see from server we have got both the header set cookie Mayank is equal to 7, set cookie server only is equal to HTTP only. Now if we were to check this through client side code, you can see client side code will not be able to access this cookie. It is only showing us the two cookies that it had access to, but we can check in the code, we are seeing the server only cookies as well, and here we have a tick mark called HTTP only. So this is about cookies that only server can access and only client can access. Now there is this thing called secure as well. The only difference is these cookies works on HTTPS. They will not be working on HTTP. Now next thing is same site cookies. So what is same site cookies? So cookies are set for a domain, right? Individual domain that you have. Browser store them against every domain. So if I were to go to any other domain here, localhost 3000 / set cookie, if I were to go with any other domain, browser will not send these cookies, right? But if I had, let's say, example.com as a domain, and I also had mail.example.com as a domain, now if I set any cookie for example.com, that will not be sent to mail.example.com. But if I want that to happen, what I can do is I can set a simple, so let's say just a second. So let's say if I go to browse example.com, now I've mapped this domain to my local IP, so this will again show me the same thing, right? Cannot go to this part /set cookie. So if I check the cookies here again, then these are the two cookies, server only and Mayank7, which was set by the server because we made a request to this, right? Now we can see the domain is set to example.com. Now let's say if I set some cookie here through the client side code, this particular line of code here, then it will work. You see, same site cookie it has set for .example.com. Now if I were to go to www.example.com, 8000, if I check, see, I have access to the same site cookie because I had defined .example.com as my domain. For all of the domain under example.com, whether it's www.example.com or mail.example.com, any of them can actually be used for it. So this is about your the cookies specific to domain. Now the same thing works for path as well. You can also add cookies to certain path where one cookie is only applicable to a certain path. And then we can also set something called as expiry /maxid. Here if you see, we did not set anything, and by default it is showing us as sessions, right? So if you do not set any attribute to this, this will hold till your browser window closes. So we can set a timer for this, so the browser will store it as long as you want, right? So you can set a timer. So this was about domain. Now let's check the last attribute. This is called a same site cookie. So the idea behind same site cookie is basically, if you are, let's say, logged into your bank account, right? So browser will store the cookies for that bank account or your bank related website. Now if you open some other website, so let's say you open example.com, and example.com had a link, correct? So that link, if you click on that link, and that link contains the URL to your example.com with some parameters saying transfer this amount. So let's say I had this Bank of America or ICICI Bank.com /transfer. Transfer some amount is equal to 5000 and to account your account number of the user. So if by default if you were to make this request from your browser to this account, browser the ICICI Bank will transfer this amount to your this particular account number. I mean, this is not how it actually works right now, but I'm just giving an idea so that we understand how same site cookies are actually used. So if I had a link here, right, example.com /site cookie, if I had a link like this here, and if you were to click that link, what browser will do, it will send all of the cookies that were stored against ICICI Bank in your browser when you logged in. So to save all of this, we have something called a same site cookie. Now what this attribute will allow us to only send the cookies when you are sending the request yourself, as in it's not coming from any other referrer or someone is not redirecting you to this page. So that's where we use the same site attribute. So this was about it, guys. Now types of cookies are nothing but cookies are your just cookies and it's standalone thing. There's no different types of cookies. If you add restrictions to the cookies, that becomes your types of cookie, like HTTP only cookies, secure cookies, or same site cookies, right? So that is what basically your types of cookies are. Then cookie security. So as I already talked about this same site cookie, right? This is a security vulnerability. If you do not set your same site with your cookies, this attribute related to same site with your cookies, right? The browser will not understand and will send that cookie to any of the URL again you logged in against. So this was the basic idea on cookies, guys. I hope you liked the video, and please do leave the thumbs up and subscribe the channel. Thank you.